How to change language in the Google Ads preferences, why it's important, and one issue with the languages. Let's go. So if your native language is English and you manage Google Ads accounts with English interface, there is no issue at all. But if you want to change, let's say, interface to your native language to understand more deep, I will show you how to perform these actions.
Igor Ivitskiy, Dr. Eds, PhD, the Young Scientist of the Year in Ukraine. Since 2006, he has been applying mathematics to optimize Google Ads. Named Europe's best PPC speaker by AdsWorld Experience, one of the leading Google Ads experts in the world. A professional educator, over 4,000 entrepreneurs have increased their sales after taking his courses. A practicing expert, Igor's clients generate $50 million in profit from Google Ads each month.
And also, I will show you one issue and how to resolve this issue. In the end of this video, I will give you a life hack about which language you actually need to use inside your Google Ads. So, to change language, you can go to Admin, Preferences, and choose Display Language and Number Format. Let's say, in my case, I want to change language to Ukrainian, but when I open my preferences, it already indicates that I use Ukrainian language, but as you can see, my Google Ads account in English. So the main question, how can I change the language for, let's say, to Ukrainian, to my native language, if it's actually, if I just press save, okay, Ukrainian save, my interface still in English. This issue happens when you have several Google Ads accounts and let's say in one of them you changed language, but in another one the system thinks that you use new language but show you interface still in English or in language that you had before. To resolve this issue, the easiest way: first, change to any other language, let's say Australian English, and only after this, change to language that you actually want to translate Google Ads interface, let's say to Ukrainian. So 2 steps if you have this issue. And one recommendation from me. If you want to understand Google Ads really deep, always use English language, because the translation to another language not always perfect, and that's why you can have some misunderstandings, some missed words, some wrong translation. That's why if you want to really engage deep with Google Ads, always use the language that Google Ads was initially created, English. Google Ads time zone. Why it's so important and how to change it. By the way, unfortunately, you cannot change it, but I will give you 2 tips how to mitigate the time zone without changing. So, you can find time zone of your account in the admin menu, account settings. You can find your time zone. What this time zone means for you? First of all reports regarding effectiveness of your advertising during the hour of the day you will receive in this time zone. If you serve one country in this country in one time zone, there is no problem. But if you serve country, let's say United States, with different time zones, and for example in your account New York time, but majority of your clients, let's say from Pacific Coast, you will have bias in your data. For example, you can see that the most active time for you is 1 a.m. at the night. But it can be affected by your users from Pacific Coast who actually at 10 p.m. very actively convert on your website. And you can imagine even different situation. Let's say you have Singaporean account, you are in Singapore, you serve United States users, and you want to determine the best day for showing ads. And you collected the data, and you can see that Sunday, the best day, users convert the best at the Sunday. And you create all of your activity for the Sunday. But if your time zone is Singapore ones, but your customers from United States, it's possible that actually there was a Saturday for your users, and it's possible that Your user is most active in Saturday, not a Sunday. So you have to always keep in mind this small nuance. I'm taking 32 seconds to share something important with you, so you can stop wasting your ad budget. I've managed over $700 million in Google Ads, so all my insights are tested and proven. I regularly talk to senior leaders at Google, and I'm official Google partner. My students, entrepreneurs all over the world, have already optimized their ad campaigns, cut costs and boosted sales using my methods. These strategies work for any budget, whether it's $500 or $5 million. I invite you to use these proven methods too. Click the link in the description and make your ads more effective. And another situation, let's say you want to set up ad schedule for your campaign, but your campaigns serve like all United States. In this case, if you, let's say, set up 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. New York time, your customers from San Francisco will see your ads from 5 a.m. till 3 p.m. So in this case, tip number 1. Separate your campaigns by time zones if you need to use a schedule. In this case, you can set up different schedule for different time zones, for different campaigns, for different users. Just keep in mind that when you set up this ad schedule, you need to set up this ad schedule in your time zone. So if you want your users from San Francisco to see your ads, let's say from 8 to 6, you need to set up by New York time from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. And second tip, if you found out that majority of your clients from particular time zone and this time zone do not correlate with your account time zone, you can two options. First option, every time, every day, just to convert the time to another time zone. Keep in mind this nuance. Or another option, to create new Google Ads account and choose new time zone in this account. It's absolutely nothing bad to have two accounts. For example, one account serve users from one time zone and another account serve users from another time zone. It's absolutely normal practice. Always keep in mind these two nuances, and you will never have a drops in productivity in efficiency due to misunderstanding or making the wrong decision by the data that you receive from another time zone. How to edit or change or rename your Google Ads account. If you have only one Google Ads account, there is no problem at all. You can manage this account with no naming. But if you have at least two or even more Google Ads account, you're familiar with the problem when you receive a letter from Google like this. Such an email indicates that you have some problem with some account, but you don't know with which account, and you have to log into your Google Ads, find for the number of the account, and moreover, it's okay if all of these accounts are yours. But if you, let's say, manage several accounts from several clients and you are driving and receive the email that there is some problem with account and you need to notify about this your client, but you don't know which exactly client, and there are some complications to determine from which account you actually received this notification. And also in this video I will give you a tip how to avoid situations like this when instead of the name of the account you receive a letter with URL redacted instead of the actual name. So let's resolve this issue. If you will go to admin account settings, you will find the account name. You can choose whatever name you want. Nobody out of your customers will never see this name. It's only internal name of this account just for you. So feel free even to name your account like XYZ. The very common mistake when people use the website address like an account name. If you will put in your account name address of your website, you will receive from Google emails with URL redacted instead of actual name. If Google sees that some account name has a website inside this name, Google just replace the website with URL redacted notification. So if you want to understand actually from which account you receive this notification, just put here some name of the business, let's say name of the company without .com, .co.uk or whatever else domain zone. Lifehack from me. I'm usually use this template for the account names. Company names that actually owns this account, and this account managed by me, by Ivitskiy Ads Labs, and with this name I always can understand when I receive some notification from Google. First, is this related to one of my accounts, if the name has Ivitskiy Ads Lab, and to which client it related. Notifications in the Google Ads, how to turn them off, or how to receive push notifications on your phone. In this video I will tell you all about Google Ads notification. If you're tired from a lot of emails from Google Ads, if they bombard you with some newsletters, feedback opportunities, actions, alerts and so on, but you don't want to unsubscribe from Google Ads emails because you understand they actually can send you something quite important. What is the best way to reduce number of emails that you receive from Google Ads? You can go to admin notification in your Google Ads account and turn off all notification topics. Regarding actually important emails like billing alerts, if you have some problem with your billing, you will still receive. You will still receive account security issues and new users who added to your account, but you can opt out from emails that actually have only marketing purpose from Google Ads. And you will save a lot of time for you to filter these emails by your hands. I highly recommend to turn all of them off because actually important, and it's billing, reports, advertising verification and account security. All others type of emails is just wasting of your time. And some advertisers would like to receive notifications on their phone, especially critical notifications about balance on their account, about issues with their ads. If you want to receive push notifications on your phone, you need to download Google Ads application for your mobile, then go to the settings and press turn on notification options. After this, you can choose which notifications you want to receive in push messages on your phone, and you will receive information like budget going low, or you have some disapproved ads, or you have some problems with billing, or you can have identity verification process finalized, or something else. This email address isn't in an allowed domain. What does it mean and why you have this error inside your Google Ads? So I suppose you try to share access to your Google Ads with somebody else. And when you inserted the email of this person, Google Ads showed you an error. This email address isn't in an allowed domain. How can you resolve this issue? Very easy and very fast. The first of all, this layer of security that Google Ads added to their system allows you add the email addresses only from particular domains. When we say about domain, we mean the part after the @ symbol. So in my case, just for example, it's random domain igor.com. So to be able to add this email, I need to first copy the domain that was allocated to this email and go to the security tab, open allowed domains and add another domain that I need to add, in my case igor.com, and press save. After this, I can return to my access and security users menu, insert my igor@igor.com email and press send invitation. After this invitation was successfully sent and the user can receive access to my account. Access and security in Google Ads. In this video, I want to share with you some important information about access and security options inside Google Ads and highlight for you how important it is and how important to keep the limited access to your account from the outside. So this option, this menu, created to give ability to share access to your account with some third parties. There are three ways how can you share the access. The first one is 100% wrong. Never share access to your account in this way. So this is a way when you share with somebody else, with third-party person, your email and password to your Google Ads account. I think I haven't heard about this sharing method for several years, but somebody can still share the access in this way. Please never share the access to your Google Ads account in a way when you provide to somebody else your email and your passwords that link to this Google Ads account. There are two another ways. So the second way is to share access with some individual by accessing the Access and Security menu inside your admin panel in Google Ads, and then you just press plus. You need to add an email of this person, and I highly recommend you to add the access expires date, the date when this user will stop receive access to your Google Ads account. It's quite important because when we work with Google Ads for years, it's quite common when we share the access with different personalities, with some guy from analytics, with some guy who did an audit for you, with some potential agencies that you want to work with, and so on and so on and so on. And after several years, you have a large list of emails that have access to your account. So why it's not a best idea? I want to share with you just one simple case. Let's say that there is an agency that worked with some individual account, with some individual business several years ago. Then they stopped their collaboration and existed separately, but the agency still has an access to this individual account. Inside the agency, some employee, let's say, just decided to quit from his job, but did it in bad way. He just argued with his boss, and his boss said that he will not pay the salary for the last month. And Jack decided to make something bad for agency. Jack accessed through the agency account to several individual Google Ads accounts and just made a mess inside this account. He added some keywords, he increased the budget, he deleted some ads, and so on. So in this case, the individual business had really big problems because their ads were just destroyed by some third-party person that even didn't interact with it in the future, but he destroyed their ads. So my advice to you, just several times per year, from time to time, look into Access and Security menu and exclude from this menu everyone who don't need to have access to your account. Also, when you share access with somebody else's, always try to give the person as low access as possible. If the person wants only to audit your account, choose read only. If the person will somehow set up your advertising, your campaigns, and so on, give him standard access. If you need to full access to the account, give to the person the admin rights. And the third way to share the access is to share access through the managerial account. If you plan to work with some agency or company who has an MCC account or the manager Google Ads account, you need to share just your Google Ads account ID. You can find it in the top right corner. In my case, it's blurred for the security reasons, but in your case, you will find your Google Ads account ID. You can share this account ID with the third party, and they will send the request for access to your account. You can answer to this request inside the Access and Security Managers menu. Just press Approve the request. After this moment, they will have complete access to your account. And if you will need in the future to remove this access, you can easily press the button Remove Access, and they will stop have an access to your account. Always pay attention who can access to your account and try to have this list as short as you can. I wish you high conversions and great ads results. See you in the next videos.